Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are today. This is Dr. T with Coach Ed, and I am doing a follow up. I'm quite sure, and I hope I did promise you that I would also present you with some scholarship tips and scholarship information for students with an IEP or 504. So let's jump into that, and I will promise that I will post what I'm delivering for you today in the description of this video. So just as soon as I'm able to post this, I will make sure you get the information. The scholarships I think I found about 8 of them, and there's really 9. This These are national scholarships, none of which provide the information I have here any of the deadlines. So I encourage you, as soon as you get this information, take the time, divide the list, or give the whole list to your student and have them research that part of it. But each of them, they do provide the name of the scholarship, the amount of the scholarship, and who is eligible. And there is a website that will be posted along with this information I'm giving you. So let's get started. Again, these are all national scholarships. The Ann Ford and Allegra Ford Thomas Scholarship. The award is $2,500 to $10,000. The eligibility requirement: you must be a high school senior with a documented learning disability and or ADHD. And like I said, the website will be provided in the description that I will provide. The P. Buckley Moss Endowed Scholarship. The amount varies, so you will need to get that information from the website. Who's eligible? High school seniors with a language-related learning disability who plan to pursue a career in the visual arts. All right. The third one is Insight Scholarship. Here again, here's another one that the award varies. Students with disabilities pursuing post-secondary education. So any student with a disability, in my opinion, any student with a disability who is desiring to go to college is eligible for this particular scholarship, the Insight Scholarship. All right, the fourth one is Disability Care Center Scholarship. The award is $500 to $1,000. Who's eligible? Students diagnosed with a disability who have documentation of IEP or 504. Let's stop right here. Uh, it has been my experience where um, parents and students, sometimes most of the students, do not want to go into college with such documentation, the desire to self-disclose. And just a note, um, I would think any accessibility department that deals with accommodations for students who have any kind of disability, unless it's a visual one, when you could tell, they do. In some cases, they don't want it. They don't want to self-disclose, which down the line could lead to some problems where in the past they may have um, had accommodations, extended time, separate setting, note taking, taping, video, whatever the accommodation is that's coming from the high school. They want to kind of be normal and go it alone. Um, I think this is the time to have that discussion with your child and say, look, let's go ahead and have it in place. And listen to me carefully. At least have it in place. And I've worked with students who had it in place, but still chose not to um, use the accommodations. Even if the letters and information has been sent out to the professors. I've worked with students who chose not to have um, separate setting, chose not to get extended time. And it's been my experience that when we check scores or grades and we have conversations with instructors, even instructors are aware of this. It is incumbent upon the student to remind, to make sure they get their accommodations. Um, and sometimes that goes undone. And as a parent, I would, whenever you're talking to your child while they're in college, bring this subject up. Are you getting your extended time? And see what they say. If they have signed the FERPA form, which will allow us to have discussions, and on this level, we can, uh, as part of the team, and then now you're bringing the the um, the, the staff from the accessibility office into the conversation where the conversation needs to be had with the student. The conversation needs to be had with the professors, just to make sure that we make sure this accommodation is given. Here again, in my past, I did not play with this law. Is one that it is accommodation, and it kind of levels the playing field for students who have 504s or IEPs. So I just want to plug that in right there. Um, let's see, where number 5. Did I do number 4? Disability Care Center. I think I did. Number 5, the Google Lime Scholarship. I think I may have mentioned this one before. This one is a biggie. Up to $10,000, students with disabilities pursuing computer science or other related fields. Computer science students. If your child has a knack for computer science, that's all they talk about. They really enjoy it, building, technology. They're into that sort of stuff. Here's a good amount of money, up to $10,000 from Google. You may want to check it out. Number 6, the Fred J. Epstein Youth Achievement Award. Uh, Award is $1,000 plus. Um, and that'll be determined by them. Young people with learning disabilities who have a demonstrated outstanding achievement, who have demonstrated outstanding achievement. That means they've been successful. Just because a student has a learning disability, it does not mean that they're AB students. Um, and it swings back and forth. You know, I've worked with students who had disabilities that really struggled, but when I dug a little deeper, it was beyond the accommodation. It was more than likely a time management issue. It may have been having a environment at home in which to study, having a plan. How do they study? Um, I know for me, and I keep saying near and dear, and I say near and dear because this is me. Um, I struggled with, I'm dyslexic and I have ADHD. Um, and in high school, and this is 1979, it was either normal or you were in special ed, and I just wasn't going to have that. I didn't share it with my parents. You know, I know they knew, but at my university about a year or two ago, I outed myself, saying that I am a product of being dyslexic, attention deficit, but I do not have documentation, but I've worked with enough students to know, and I think I have made great strides in helping students overcome this stigma and to be successful. And I use myself as an example that you know, with being having a disability, undiagnosed, you know, graduated from college, got my master's and got a doctorate, but I had a system. I had a way to, and for me, it was time that if I had to read, especially in grad school, if I had to read a lot of content, I would break it up, and I would get up 6 in the morning when it was quiet and I was rested, and really devote that time to my studies. So it depends on like your studies and how you do it. But so I'm just saying that I can understand the mindset of a student with an IEP or a 504. but I chose not to disclose it to my parents. They may have known, but we chose not to do anything about it. But I found my own system to make it work, and it's worked out for me. Okay, just want to give you that bit of information. I may have said this before. All right, number 7, the 108 Medical Scholarship Program. The award is $1,000. Students with spinal cord injury, spina bifida, or other related conditions. This is a good one. I think these type of students kind of go unnoticed in the way of the condition is in itself one to be concerned about. But what about going to college? That student that wants to go to college, can they go to college and be successful? Yes, they can. And this one, if this applies to you, pay close attention to it. Number 8, American Association on Health and Disability Scholarship, up to $1,000. Students with disabilities pursuing undergraduate degrees or graduate degrees in the health-related field. Um, I'm glad when some of these scholars are very specific into what areas they will fund, what majors they will fund, what career aspirations they will fund. So, excuse me, I'm glad to hear that. Then there's one more, the B. Buckley Moss Endowed Scholarship. That amount varies. Students with language-related learning disabilities interested in the visual arts. Yeah, or did I read that one before? I don't think I did. Okay. And then there's one other, I think we did the Thomas one. So yeah, guys, this is all I have today for um, scholarships that will support students who have an IEP or 504 or a physical disability. And some of them even spell out, if you are interested in visual arts, if you're interested in broadcasting or whatever it may be, there are scholarships to fund students who have this need at this particular time and will uh, continue to have this need in college. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Like I told you yesterday, or I have spoken to you about. I'm going to spend this week kind of devoted to really getting this information out to you. And guys, I haven't set up my comments yet, but you can send to my email at coachedsolutions@gmail.com. Um, if and when you get to this, let me know how it goes. It helps me to um, know that what I'm doing is worthwhile. I do appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to my videos, to look at my videos, and to get this information. As I said before, I'm really all about informing parents and students. That forms a team, and when you get to your college campus, more people become part of the team. That being the advisors, the advisors, the success coaches, and the faculty, and you'll see how valuable that's going to be when your child goes to college. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys again. And until tomorrow or the next day, I'll be out of town coming soon, so there may be a little lag in making videos. So I'm trying to pump as many as I can out right now. Hi, guys. Dr. T from Coach Ed. I appreciate your time.